you.
Rate the theme out of 10.
Like solid 4.
Oh, that's harsh. That.
Cheers.
We should maybe that should be the thing. We should get
the guest to do it.
Yeah, the guest to rewrite it.
That's a good idea.
Or cover it. It's up to them. If they've got any ideas, they can.
Like an acoustic version.
Anything.
Like that.
Just anything. Just what they fancy. That's it now.
Go get the guitar.
You've got a studio at home, so we'll be messaging you like, I'm fucking busy.
It's auto-tune version.
I was trying to try and do it then, but I don't know.
It's Watson's cooker.
That's the one, yeah.
It's pretty shit though, isn't it?
That was pretty. There's a way you can do it. I just didn't want to make myself look a dick like you just did.
I'm the one editing this, okay? That will be coming out.
So this is just going to be a section within.
This is going to be a section within
spliced
the podcast,
into another episode. Ace.
Tom, do you want to introduce Nat? Nat, do you want to introduce yourself? What do you want to do? Go on, Tom.
Sorry, I'm just tracking the Gregs. Tracking where the Gregs is.
Got a Gregs
That's
on the way.
most important thing right now.
Yeah, you're from Stockport, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Cale Green.
Like us, Cale Green.
And
Joe used to live there.
Did. It's quite posh down there.
Is it?
Nice park.
Well, no, that park is the bandstand. It's not a traditional bandstand though, is it?
I always have like weird dreams about like going back to that park because I've not been for like probably like 10 years.
Dreams or nightmares?
Dreams.
Oh,
like nice things happen.
Most
of the time.
I know.
I
It's
got
a nice
accosted in that park in lockdown. I thought it was a cafe.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
You are. That was so slow. No, I was with my other half and a group of like chaps came up to me. Do you remember?
Yeah, what, like trying to start shit?
Start shit, yeah.
What saying?
Just because the way we looked at the time.
What did you look like at the time?
I mean, my hair was a little bit longer and I probably dressed the way I am now, but it was resolved and here I am.
Did you win?
I won. Mentally.
What did you say?
Not physically.
Physically we fucked.
I can't remember. I think Logan said something. I just
Cowards
ran.
Fuck off's usually good, isn't it? Just fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Cunt.
You alright? You've got a lot of pent up aggression.
I don't know. It's
Just waiting for the Gregs.
yeah, hangry.
Angry. I get angry.
Grangry. New word.
Is that when your grand's hangry?
What's grangry?
It's when you're hangry for Gregs.
Grangry.
I'm grangry.
So yeah, Stockport.
What about it?
You've moved.
I moved a long time ago. I moved 12 years ago.
12 years.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
How did you get into like music and shit? You got signed quite young, didn't you?
Yeah, I got I was discovered this, I'm going to show my age now, but I got discovered on like MySpace.
Oh, really?
Like way back when. And started working with like my publisher, Samuel, when I was like 16. And I was like writing like jingles and stuff like that.
Really?
And then I was like, I don't want to spend my life writing jingles.
That's why you give our theme that
Fucking half your life's been spent. Well, so what jingle, for what would you write jingles
I wrote
for?
something for like it was like a Shaw deodorant advert or something.
What? It went
I don't think I even got it in the end.
Do you remember the Shaw advert song you wrote?
Mate, I'd have to like dig into my emails from like 15 years ago.
Okay. I'd like, but you don't remember it off the top of your head?
No. And I'd be too embarrassed to sing it now.
That's really what it is, isn't it? Sure.
No, it was like super cheesy.
So the publisher signed you from hearing your own songs?
When I was like 16.
Hearing your songs on MySpace.
And then they were like, oh, we've got these like pictures for like these things and stuff. Do you want to try something? And I was like, yes. And then I was like, I can't remember who found me from Polydor. I think I did like a showcase or something in London. And then I had like all the majors wanted to sign. I made one of the majors take me to Chester Zoo. And he got shit on by a bat in the bat enclosure. And then I was like, I'm not signing with you.
Because he got shit on by a bat?
No, he was just like a bit lame.
Was it?
I mean, they were all kind of lame.
Yeah.
But then I signed my first record deal when I was like 17 to Polydor.
Wow.
That's like, that should be a whole podcast by itself.
Yeah, I suppose it could.
Let's do the quick version of that then.
Quick version. They fucked me over. I was 21 when I left.
Wow.
Polydor. Then I signed to like BMG, put a record out. Then after that, I started my band Truces. Put a record out with them. Then I did a second Findlay record that came out last year. And now my second album with Truces is coming out next month.
Right, not that fast, but like so when you say they fucked you about,
just
did
like
you
kept
not
me.
I was
writing
out?
like lots of music, and we put out like one thing every like 6 months, and develop me.
Because we heard you then.
Yeah.
When this was like when Greasy Love was like coming out.
Yeah.
So that was, I remember.
I think because I signed, and like the classic thing, like the A&R like moves to another label, and then you're just like given to someone that
Pass
didn't
to the
sign
side.
you,
that's
so
the
it
thing.
doesn't
That's the
really
thing.
care.
I'm going to say loads of people don't get with record labels. It's like it's basically like chess, innit?
Yeah.
They all basically like, so you can get signed to a
the guy
team
who
at a
signed you at
label.
Polydor could then move to
the
Virgin
label, yeah.
a month later, sort
and
of
then
thing.
you're just given some like random guy
who doesn't really like your music,
like
doesn't-
you,
yeah, you
and-
He's
don't-
not
have a
emotionally
vibe with.
invested into
Yeah,
it.
He's just
and-
thinking about
and
his
doesn't
tea,
know how
isn't he?
to
Do you know what I mean?
A&R you because their thing is like electronic music or something. Like,
Yeah.
what do I do with this like indie kid? Like,
Well, we had that a bit with, because our old label Virgin, now they got rid of loads of people and changed around, and then their whole thing was, I don't think they were trying to be like have bands anymore, push bands, and it
I
was
feel
a bit
like bands are like on the way like out of like mainstream kind of
I think
signings and stuff.
even just major label deals. Like I don't think bands can even.
And I don't think it's good for them anyway.
No,
like,
can't
you're
exist
better
on
off
majors anymore.
Owning your own
Own your
music,
masters,
which
yeah.
is like the direction.
Again, that's
I wanna
another
go
podcast
now.
in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go into that. I
Very
think
Yeah,
one
serious.
time.
So that's when, so we kind of would have got into your music when you're still signed to Polydor. and everything else.
I
I'm
was
pretty sure we
touring
came
a
to
lot
watch it.
then
We did
as
come to
well.
watch
I was
it.
touring with like Jake Bugg a lot and Miles Kane and like
Yeah.
Courteeners and like still very like Manchester vibes.
Yeah.
I think there was a night at Venue when we were there. We weren't signed. I think we were just in like the
This was before Blossoms.
embryonic stage. It was before Blossoms.
Yeah.
And you were there with, I think it was Liam Frey from the Courteeners and a few other people. I think we exchanged a few words outside or something like that. But
Good words.
yeah,
I think Liam Frey called me Luke from the Kooks.
he did.
Was that the same night?
It was the same
It was
night.
in
I
our
thought-
tweed blazer era, weren't we?
I was,
I
yeah.
thought that was a
Point.
different night.
No,
I remember us being like, "There's Findlay, she's like signed, like
Yeah.
she's like
but
on
we
Polydor."
where did we came to watch you, me and Tom, but your own gig. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm
you
sure it
supporting
was.
someone.
Was it like Gorilla or
We were talking about it. It was either Gorilla, Club Academy,
Academy
or one
or-
of them ones like that. I thought it was like Crack Gallery. something
unless
like that.
you were
Or
supporting
Roadhouse.
someone else?
I remember I did like I toured with Jake Bugg a lot. We did like the Academy and stuff, and yeah, like Crack Gallery. I did shows at like, oh my god, it was such a long time ago. I don't like fully
Yeah,
remember.
It's
I
like
can't
2012, this, isn't it? Sort of
something
thing.
like that.
Is this
I can't
before?
remember.
Yeah, so then we
Blossoms?
started Blossoms in 2013.
But you could say you were the reason we started. You're like, don't fucking put that on me.
Yeah, so then obviously then you leave Polydor
Yeah.
and your record did come out with someone else though, didn't it?
Yeah, I came out on BMG. And that, but it felt like kind of like a mishmash of like everything I've like been working on for like a long. Like I can't listen to that record that much now because it
Really?
just sounds like disjointed to me.
Right.
'Cause a lot of it was done with like different producers, and it was like just this like patchwork of songs. I was like, I have to get something out. I was like freaking out. I was like, I'm 25. I've like written like thousands of songs, and I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
put an album out. It was
Yeah.
like ridiculous.
You just
So I
needed
was
to
kind
get
of-
it out.
Almost
kind
like
of
a
thing.
Needed to
compilation
get it out.
album.
Yeah,
the
it
past
felt-
5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like that. And then I was really kind of upset with the whole music industry and everything. I was like, what? It can't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. It can't be this hard. Artists can't be like, you know, I don't know. It was just a messy kind of time. And then that's the thing. That's why I started the band I have now, Truces, because it was just like, oh, I can just like
Fresh start.
fresh start, new thing. I'm going to be really experimental, going to make fucking weird music. I don't have to think about, you know, being Findlay anymore.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
just
Yeah.
kind of like do my own thing separately. And they made that album, loved that album. And then I was kind of ready to go back to Findlay.
You've wrote for people as well, haven't you?
I write a lot with like other people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pays the bills.
That's boss though.
Yeah.
You spoke about it before, haven't you?
What,
Like,
writing for other people?
Yeah, maybe.
I've never really done it that much. I'd like to do it. Like,
It's really fun because it's like it's a different part of your creativity and a different part of like when you're writing for yourself, you're like self-conscious that you're gonna have to sing it and play it and carry it and front it and
it's
do
got
that.
to mean something
to you.
yeah.
Whereas if it's for someone else, you can be like, some bullshit idea will be great, and then you can kind of like, be like, this is going to be really good. I'd never do it myself, but like, you should
Yeah.
definitely do this. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah, I
great,
get
and
that.
it's like, yeah, really kind of liberating to like write within like, and working with like a big range of artists as well. It's like I really enjoy it.
So then I'm trying to think how we got round to getting
No, so then
on our tune.
So then how you end up on a tune with us is I write the song to do this after the breakup, and it's kind of, the song lends itself to being a duet, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, from both male and female perspectives. And we've kind of always wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like we love like Humanly, fucking Don't You Want Me, and the big Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher.
So it just felt like this was the kind of one. So then we reached out and
cheers for that,
you
by the
were
way.
up for it.
Yeah, thank you. This one. Yeah.
Modern.
It's a mad one though, because I just messaged you on Instagram like,
Yeah.
you all right?
But I see you around.
Yeah. Yeah.
New
So-
Mills.
Yeah. New Mills, massive.
Hanging around.
Both our parents
The
live in New
tours,
Mills.
yeah.
Hanging around. Good vibe, New Metals,
You
isn't
just
it?
carry on. I'm just going to get the Greg.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my God, the Greg's is her.
So I messaged Nat and just said, hey, fancy singing on a tune?
To which she said,
I thought your voice would
absolutely not.
suit it as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We didn't just go in blind going,
liked the old your singing voice and thought it would suit.
And we didn't want to
us,
just
do you know what I mean?
crowbar just like someone random we didn't know. Do you know what I mean? We met you before.
I thought honestly, you messaged me because I'm like the only like girl singer you know from Stockport.
Really? No, the Stockport thing. The Stockport thing actually wasn't even. That wasn't a thing. We didn't.
Oh.
That was like an after thing. I know.
Yeah,
but
coincidence.
The reality is, it
That's
wasn't.
just another nice.
We were just
connection, I
like,
suppose.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just was like,
There's a risk as well, isn't there? Like if you message someone randomly, they do a vocal. There's a chance that the vocals won't sit right.
Yeah, I was
together.
really scared that you were going to be like, we hate it.
No, I know
There's that
because you
risk,
kind of
isn't there?
made you like.
I made like a big deal out of it, and I spent ages doing it. And I
no,
was
but even
like,
the way like the melodies kind of you've like evolved the melody a little bit and
Yeah.
stuff like it kind of.
It was
Well,
all
you were like, oh, you should sing it like the octave above, and I tried. I was like,
Yeah, it's just too high. I didn't even think how that would
actually.
that second verse part's mint, you know.
Yeah.
Like the rhythm of that
Remember,
boss. Yeah, it's
yeah.
really cool.
It was all appreciative
Thanks.
of the email that you replied with as well. It was quite like concise,
detailed.
wasn't it?
Chilled.
We were on the
Sound
tour
nice.
bus and we put it on and was like,
You know, it was like 1:30 in the
it's
morning,
fucking
wasn't it?
great,
It's going to be
thank
good.
you for that.
You
I
got
thought
out,
you
you
would've-
got out of bed to listen to it. You were in
Yeah.
bed. It was good, that.
Because I was a bit like, wait.
you weren't that in love with the tune,
No, I
weren't
do.
you?
I like the tune, but it needed to
Some more
be
pizzazz.
what it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a version obviously where I'm just singing it just as a reference. I just didn't love it. You know what I mean? So once your vocal went on it, I was like,
I think the
what
other thing
makes sense,
we wanted
it
like
makes sense. Yeah.
we wanted to do a duet like Tom said, but even just to come back with something like just a bit different, we were like just to come back like Airs Blossoms with another tune. And it's just, do you know what I mean? We wanted like something a bit like, oh, it'd be nice to do
Just
a
felt
duet with something. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah. Have you
feels a
done
bit.
like featurings
No.
before?
No, it's our first one.
Debut feature.
Kind of got that like Primal Scream, Sky Ferreira, Crystal Castles, Robert Smith kind of thing, I think, which is nice.
Like Tom said, that then like, you speak to
Crystal
people and like,
Castles.
oh, we can get you in touch with this and this person. We were just a bit like, don't know.
It's just for Findlay.
Well, when you don't know someone though, we're a bit like, it's a bit
Yeah.
like, there's something a bit soulless about it sometimes. We're like, you can't just like get someone featured and then you
A
just,
list of like who they think should do. Like that's not really the way. I just wouldn't be comfortable doing
Yeah.
things like that. You know what I mean? I suppose you wouldn't have sung it if you thought it was shit. I'd hope anyway.
Yeah, when you started, I was like, oh my God, please be good, please be
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
please be good. And it was good. I was like, okay, great.
yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
Because
we
it's
sent you
quite,
the
I
track.
suppose, even like the music you make, there is, you have, because this is quite an 80s kind of sounding song, I would say. It's leaning into like New Order and James, I think,
Yeah.
it's sonically. And like your songs, I mean, I was listening to your songs and your stuff like Night Sweats that you've done has kind of got a bit of that.
Yeah. Like fun.
Yeah, do you know what I
80s
mean? So
vibes.
it's kind of like, I did Maurice, I was like, it will work, do you know what I mean? I thought,
Well, that's what we did. That's what we did first. We went through
Yeah.
and was like, had a look at artists we think would be
Who
suited.
else was on your like hit list?
CMAT was one of them.
Yeah.
She was on the hit list,
Love
but we
her.
just thought she wouldn't really suit her style. Do you know what I mean? It's not really
Madonna was up there.
Madonna. Do you know what? Kylie was actually
She
one, which
blanked
is
us.
hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
If you genuinely didn't like the tune though, would you have just passed on it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't like feel
Comfortable.
comfortable.
yeah,
doing something
someone
that
asked
I
me to
don't
do
like,
something,
you
I
know?
would never, like I'd have to be into it.
Yeah.
To
Because
like,
I was like, that's going to be
yeah, it's gonna
there
go,
forever.
It's going out.
Name on it, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Out of interest, does it depend on the artist, or are you two like just actually? Because I feel like I'm a horrible person, and if like
No,
an
H asked me to sing on the tune, didn't he?
Oh,
but then
yeah.
he jibbed me.
yeah, he
Who?
did.
You know the rapper H.
I thought you meant H from Step.
No. I wish. H from Manchester.
Yeah, asked you to.
So they said, would you sing this chorus? Similar thing, I suppose. And I sang it, but they obviously thought mine was shit.
Oh,
No, I liked yours.
Who did they
It was
go
alright.
with?
Yeah, who did do it?
It was the guy they had as the reference who like wrote it with him. I think
Right.
they just thought it fitted better.
Do you know what? That's
It
fair
was
enough.
Sunshine or
Yeah.
something. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Personal,
wouldn't
is
have
it?
done it. I actually liked what they sent, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And again, I wouldn't have done it.
This was, it is interesting, isn't it? That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, is it the same with writing when you write stuff? Like, do you, if you're writing for a certain person, if you really don't like the artist, will you just be like, no, I'm not writing with them? Or is it just like, yeah.
If it's like, but you can usually like before you do a session, like or when you're like, oh, this person's in town, they're looking for like writers and stuff. I'll listen to it, and if it's not good, I'll just be like, I'm good.
I'm all right. Yeah. It's interesting. I didn't know if that was like more open. Do you know what I mean?
I think you put. I haven't done a lot of co-writing, but I imagine you could not twist your kind of style, but you could maybe write for someone you necessarily wouldn't appear on a song with more so
Yeah.
than appear. You'd want to align.
Or if it was really bad, you could be like go under a pseudonym. Or something, you know?
Whereas like you singing on it is like.
Yeah, what would your
you've gotta be
pseudonym
into
be?
it.
I was going to say, Lewis Capaldi's got funny ones, hasn't he?
Oh, when he writes for people.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think what mine would be. Mine would be something like
Joe.
Besar Jnavinod.
Besar
just
Jnavinod.
Joe.
Have you seen that thing like, what would your porn name be? It's like the name of your first pet and
The road you
the road you grew up on. Yeah.
I know someone who's got a jazzer. Mickey Walnut.
That's amazing.
Fucking belter,
That's a good one, yeah.
Mine would be Candy Beach.
Ooh.
That's a decent
That's
one, that,
quite
innit?
dirty, isn't it?
Candy Beach is a good one. What's yours, Miles?
What is it?
The name of
Your
your
dog.
first pet and
First
the
pet.
road.
Road.
The first.
I know what yours is.
No,
Obviously.
that's shit, that.
What?
Oh, actually, no, it's a different road, isn't it? Muffy Cherry Tree.
Muffy Cherry Tree's good.
Muffy Cherry Tree.
Mine's Fluffy Aldersgate. Sounds it.
Robin Ian. That's fine.
Quite 60s, that.
What's yours?
Yeah, that's like a convict name.
Robin.
Yeah.
Robin's a budgie we had.
Oh, your first
You had a budgie?
It's like 20 years ago. I don't know.
What about you, Josh? What's
Was it your
yours?
first pet and then your first road?
Your road,
First
yeah.
road. Shy Benji Crossfield.
Benny Crossfield. Yeah, Benji
It's
Crossfield.
not that interesting, is
What's
it?
yours, Chaz?
I lived at my nana's when I was born because my mum and dad had me quite young and they were doing the house up.
Oh shit! Is it where you were born?
Yeah.
Right. Mine changes.
And
now.
my
What is
nana
it?
had this cat, but it didn't have a name, so she just used to call it Puss.
Oh, I thought already you're onto a winner there,
So
aren't you?
Pussy Marple.
Pussy Marple.
Ooh, I like
Nice.
it.
Pussy
That's like
Marple.
a sexy, like
Detective.
yeah, like in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's like
Austin
Bond
Powers
vibes.
Long after
sidekick.
Yeah.
Scootum, yeah.
Mm.
Kind of
See,
thing.
Nice.
Austin
Mine's Robin Celtic then.
Robin Celtic.
Oh, is that what you...
Oh mate, no mate. I lived at my nana's as well. My gran's.
I don't think we have to be as literal as
Yeah.
that. It was just a little game. I just thought it'd be funny to play.
Yeah. What was it?
Ringing up your parents were. What was the exact?
So from being, say, when you're having the kind of the label horror experiences when you're, what was it, 18? Do you feel?
Between like 17 and like 22 or something.
Oh fucking hell! That like
Yeah,
long
it
with
was
your
long. It was
Right.
long.
So do you think now it's kind of you enjoy it a lot more because you
Yeah,
kind
and
of
I think
found
now I've like
your groove sort of thing?
kind of, I don't take shit now, and I've kind of experienced enough. I've been in the industry for like 10 plus years that it's like, I know what I want, I know what I don't want, I know who I like to work with, I know red flags, boundaries, and all those kind of things. So it's like way easier. And I think when you're like a kid, you're like 17, you know.
You can see how it
Like-
happens though, can't you? Like if they offer
Yeah,
you, if they offer you a
here's
deal, you come
here's
like no one.
loads of money and like move to London and like, you know.
Did you
I
get
was
a big
great, I
deal?
was going to take loads of drugs for like 3 years. Like, maybe write a few songs. No, it was fun, but like I kind of wish I'd kind of skipped that and just lived my life and had more of a normal kind of late teens, early 20s experience, and then started music maybe at like 22, 23, which
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
It is young
maybe-
to be signed. That.
It is really
I'm
young.
glad because we got signed when we were like 22.
Not
I
that we
think
wa-
that's-
not
I
that we
was-
wa-
I was
not we wanted
22,
to.
so that's
We
more
wanted to be
like
signed
normal,
earlier.
I think.
Yeah, but
Josh,
people-
how old were you?
You were young, weren't you, Josh?
18.
You were 18.
Well, like
yeah.
as a band, we kind of we got passed on a lot by labels earlier on,
Yeah.
and we weren't really ready. Do you know what I mean? We were kind of
Yeah.
still like finding our sound, so we kind of evolved, built a following, Like we were selling out the Ritz before we had a record deal.
Yeah.
So then once the label came in for us, it was like, just press go. We're
Yeah.
like ready. Do you know what I mean?
I
We had
suppose
no
that-
kind
I
of,
suppose that-
luckily, touch wood, the horror stories were kind of
Man from Mud.
shielded. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I suppose
But
that's the
everyone has a different experience, don't they?
yeah. I suppose that's the reason why. 'Cause we
I
didn't
never
really-
returned your
Yeah.
call.
We didn't really have a bad. We've never really had a bad label experience. Do you know what I mean? We obviously we're dead lucky in that sense, but and I think that is because we had more of a bit more summit. You know, before it wasn't like here's this new artist.
I
who's
think
got
it's
no,
easier being like a band as well.
Yeah,
we've got
And
each
when you're
other
like,
to-
I was literally
Yeah.
like
On your own.
a
Did you have a
teenage
manager?
girl on my own. Yeah, I did have management.
Straight away?
Straight away. They were great. I think they did try and like, you know, shield me from a lot and stuff.
same management now.
No. No.
Yeah.
I've worked with so many different people.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying to you earlier, I just want to find like a boss bitch. Like
Yeah.
I want some like middle-aged woman that like won't take my shit but will like fight for me, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
Have you
I
seen
want that.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No.
Oh, I know that. What's think Susie?
Yeah, it's easy.
I want like Susie Green from like Curve. If we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Susie,
yeah.
that's like the manager I want. Yeah. Or like Estelle, like Joey's manager from
Boss.
when. It's Estelle.
That's the same vibes as that Miss Maisel. Yeah, it's a mad one, isn't it? The whole industry in that sense is a bit mad of like how of trying to find people. I suppose it's trying to find people you trust, really, isn't it? Because it's so
Yeah.
much. But like you were saying then, on your own as well. Like it's so much harder.
Yeah, I can't
to-
imagine what it'd be like. Me at fucking 18 getting signed. Like fucking hell.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Daunting, innit?
He's like waiting to go.
Even
wrong,
now,
innit?
even
Yeah.
now, the amount of times we get said
Look
things.
at Billie Eilish. How
Yeah.
old is she? Like, I think it.
I think having her brothers probably helped. Like
And her
as a
fa-
creative force.
her
And her
family
family
are
is
very
like,
involved.
yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That you need because I was going to say then even decisions we have to make now, we still like come in here and have massive discussions, like debates and whatever about sometimes the simplest of decisions. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we've got that to bounce off each other with, I suppose.
Yeah, we're lucky. We're still very tight knit. You know what I mean? So a lot of bands like fall
but I suppose
out and go
Jules
bands.
gives you that
Yeah,
now.
me and Jules with Truces, it's like
A team.
shared brain kind of
Yeah.
thing. So we're like that's easier. And I think that doing that with Jules and doing Truces gave me way much more confidence to like go back to doing Findlay and
Yeah.
knowing like, you know, instead of going to a record label first and being like, we sign me. I'm just gonna make a record. If someone likes it, they'll sign it. If they don't, they don't. And then I found like a distributor to work with. And that was like the best way because then you don't have an A&R being like, oh, you need another like 3 singles or something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Ugh." Just make a record. I
That's
think
the
I'll do
favourite
that.
thing to say.
Yeah. We just need like one more hit, guys. But yeah, like I think that's like my way of like approaching doing albums now. I'll just
Jules, by the
make
way, is nuts.
partner and collaborator.
Just give people like, who the fuck's
Who
Jules?
the hell is this guy? Yeah.
Jules Holland.
You've got like a studio in your gaff as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we
That's
live in
cool.
this big like warehouse in Hackney, and then it was just like gutted when we moved in, and so we like built like a soundproof little studio, and yeah, it's really nice. It's really cool. You should come.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to.
Next time we're down, I'd like to.
It's
We
like,
should write as well.
It's like a third of the size of this and full of crap, but
You need, innit?
Because we're still
Great.
we're in the middle of like writing and recording our next record. So there'll be options for songs. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
we should write.
Is there anything you want to say? Mention.
I want my Gregs.
Right.
You want your Greg's?
We're going to go and eat Greg's.
I'm hungry too. I'm hungry.
Have you got anything you want to plug? I know it sounds
Grangry.
fucking lame, but
Yeah, the Truces Juices album 2 is out on the 20th of October, and we're playing in Manchester on the 26th of October.
Yes.
And
Is that
London on the
Yes?
25th. Yes, in Manchester.
Yes, that's the one, yeah.
Yes,
Whereabouts?
yes.
Pink Room, is it?
And the Pink Room, yes.
Yes,
and
the Pink Room, but
100
whereabouts?
Club in,
Ooh. Oh,
in
nice.
London.
In London.
Yeah.
Boss.
Nice.
Yeah.
sweet.
Awesome.
We'll come down to that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see.
Check out buy the
Juices.
album.
Juices.
The madness.
Did the title Juices just pick itself? Because
Yeah, well, the first
Juices,
album was
Juices.
called
First one's self-titled.
Juices, and then I was like, "What's gonna sound good?" Like people saying it, and I was like, "Juices." It just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Juices. It's good,
Juices,
isn't it?
juices, and like creative juice and all that.
Yeah,
it's like
nice.
made
And
sense.
you've had loads of juices.
Yeah. Oh my god, my mum got a juicer, and she's like obsessed with it, and she was like being like a fucking alchemist this morning with like all these different like fruits and like ginger and stuff. We both had like a pint of juice, but it was just like acid, like all this stuff on like an empty stomach, and like to pick me up, I was just like, oh god, I
She's like,
feel
you
so
can get
bad.
coffee anywhere.
I had that and like 2 just eggs, like alone. Like, it was-
Raw in the juicer.
They were in the juicer.
Oh God, no.
Right, we're gonna do Greg's.
Greg's.
Next,
Alright.
next part. Bye.
Yeah, what
Cheers.
next to see.